Today the title of my talk is Sex and the Seduction of Money, the pros and pros of prostitution. And I'll divide my talk, I've got 20 minutes I believe, and I'll divide my talk into 4 sections. The first part I call the proposition. The second is when we strip. The third is the inter-discourse. And we'll have a very short climax. I just want to make sure you get your money's worth. How many of you know somebody who sells sex or who used to sell sex? Let's have a show of hands. 1, 2, oh, very good. Fantastic. We actually have a few people who know someone who sells or sold sex. You raised your hand, did you, sir? No, who did? Somebody, you did. Somebody here did. Oh, good. Right. What do you think? Do you think he or she shouldn't have done it?
I think considering the circumstances, I'm fine with it. It's honestly nothing to do with me, personally.
Don't get defensive.
The reason why I said that I'm fine with it, because honestly my opinion doesn't matter.
That's a nice way to open. Right. How many of you think that this is a controversial topic? 1, 2, 3. Why is it controversial, Sean?
Because we don't talk about it.
That's not necessarily controversial. Because we don't want to talk, because there are people who might not want to talk about it, and therefore the very fact that we start talking about it would offend some people. Why do you think some people don't want to talk about it?
Because it's supposedly not normal.
Not normal. You know, actually most of us wish we had more sex than we actually get, right? And still we go around and think that it's not normal. Is it because we do not think that it's a commodity that can be sold and purchased? Is that the problem? What is it? What is the problem? Why is it, a taboo? Why is there silence? Why is it controversial? Why is it not normal? And when sex is something we engage in and money is something that we always wish we had more of.
But you see, sorry.
Have you ever spent $200 to wine and dine your girlfriend on Valentine's Day, hoping to get laid after that? Eh? Nowadays, concert tickets are very expensive. It's very easy to spend $200, Don't you agree?
But you see, we are taught that sex is about procreation, not about recreation.
But you know, if you have sex once a week, which is the bare minimum, right? And then so you're doing it 50 times a year, 52 times a year, and you have a sex life that spans 40 years, maybe, 50. 52 times 40 is, what's that, like 2,000 times. Do you know anybody with 2,000 children? In fact, you might just have 4, right? That's less than 1% success rate. How can you tell me that sex is for procreation when 99% of the time is for recreation? And since it's for recreation, you go to the cinema for recreation, you go bowling alley, you pay money, right? So you pay money for recreation, right? You go and eat in a hawker center or you eat some fancy restaurants, all recreation, cinema, recreation, concert tickets, recreation. You pay money, pay money, pay. Well, why is this kind of recreation not purchasable? Prostitution is synonymous with the abuse of women. Fantastic. this is now where we move out of propositions. I have propositioned you, now we start to strip. Sorry, what I really mean is, let's strip the notion of prostitution from a lot of associated baggage, right? Abuse of women. Objectification of women. Now that's more academic language. Fantastic. It's true. It is one of the problems that humans as tool-using animals, in my opinion, tend to objectify a lot of the things that we do. We use those things as tools. It's almost second nature to us as humans. And even when we use other human beings, we objectify in some way. Now that's not just to do, in my view, with the domain of sex. We objectify our domestic maids. Well, some people do have sex with their domestic maids, but I'm not talking about that. We objectify labor in a sense, units of labor. We objectify workers, low-level workers. We even objectify people of other ethnicities, other tribes, other cultures. So it is actually part of a general pattern that we objectify. But it seems to me that the objectification of another person where we violate, and I'm using that as a loaded word, body space, body privacy, seems to be the worst of the worst, that kind of thing, right? And that may be associated with the idea of trafficking, bondage. No, bondage in the sense of being bonded. Don't you love the play of words here? I mean, these words have so many possibilities. Our minds are so fertile. Oh, that's another word. It is true. Most reports are that people who end up in prostitution do not do it willingly. And one of the major reasons, I'm sure you won't disagree with me, is poverty. When you have nothing, no other option of keeping body and soul together, that's what you do. And unfortunately, it is something that is associated with the underworld, trafficking across borders, and the liberty is lost as well. The pimp keeps the passport after he has trafficked the woman across the border. There are many stories of parents selling their daughters into prostitution. Particularly bad ones would be, I suppose, Cambodia, northern Thailand, Nepal. And so this is one of these associations that bedevil the whole topic, which is the way it's genderized as well, in the sense that women are treated as exportable commodities by even their male and sometimes even their mothers, the authoritative family members.